Today we are going to dive into a little more gentle practice. This practice is designed to help you release, whether that be physical, mental, or emotional. So we're just going to hold a few postures, hold a few stretches, and just breathe into the space in our body. So gathering whatever you need to be comfortable, whether that be your mat or just a comfortable place to be on the floor, we'll go ahead and just find a comfortable, easy seat. Maybe taking a blanket, maybe rolling your mat up, maybe grabbing a pillow to lift the sitting bones up just a little bit higher. I'm going to invite you to go ahead and close your eyes. We're just going to start to find our breath here. Starting by finding where it begins and where it ends. Perhaps noticing what it feels like to just notice that the breath does have a beginning and an end. Although our breath is involuntary, but because it is involuntary, we often spend our days rushing around, not really paying attention, just knowing that we are breathing. So perhaps just take a moment to notice the inhales and the exhales, the sensations it brings along with them. Maybe checking in with the areas that you're holding the breath. Maybe checking in with what you're holding on to as you exhale and resisting to let go. Notice the rhythm and the pace of your breath. Notice whether or not it's smooth or rigid, rapid or slow. Notice now that you've brought awareness to your breath, are you being a little bit more forceful with it? And just relax it, gently breathing in through both nostrils and breathing out through both nostrils. Perhaps start to notice what areas of the body you're holding tension in. Maybe any areas that are tight and sticky, maybe any areas that feel nice and loose and ready to move. This is not the time to sit down and criticize or judge your body. We're here to strengthen our relationship with our body, to become one, to acknowledge the mind-body connection, to heal the relationship with the body. Start to invite in some gentle movement with the breath if you're ready. If it's okay, leave the eyes closed. As you inhale, gently lift the heads of the shoulders up towards the ears, and as you exhale, softly invite the shoulder blades down the back, melting the space around the heart, letting go of any tension in the chest. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, roll it back. Just find your own rhythm here. And just notice if with each exhale you can get a little bit softer, relax the shoulders a little bit more. So in this moment, our shoulders are moving with our breath as we're asking it to do so. But in just a few more rounds when we stop, just notice if you automatically try to lift the shoulders as you inhale. Let's see if we can just keep them nice and relaxed. Maybe take 3 more rounds here. Coming all the way back into center. Shoulders are nice and soft. Just let them go. Maybe let the fingertips come down by the side. Just notice if you're trying to grip on with the fingertips, just let them be soft. Start to pull the belly button in towards your spine, lift it up towards your rib cage. We're lengthening that spine all the way up through the crown of the head. And we'll start to add some gentle movement in the hips. So just nice, tiny little circles here. Again, try to keep the eyes closed, without worrying about what this looks like. Perhaps you're even in the comfort of your own home where it's just you. Allow your body to move freely. Allow the breath to move freely. as you breathe here, just acknowledging whatever you brought onto the mat with you this morning, afternoon, or evening. Just maybe check in with whether or not that serves you. Circles get nice and big each time. Just let your body move freely. And when you feel as though that circle is as big as it's going to get, let's change sides, starting nice and big. We'll get smaller each time. Maybe you check in with why you stepped on your mat today. Was it purely physical, which was a perfectly fine reason to practice yoga today? Or did you have some emotional, mental, or spiritual reason for stepping on the mat? Just acknowledging why you're here, what you intended to gain from this practice. And then with a couple of more exhales, just let any of those expectations go. Allowing yourself to be fully present. Allow your practice to move freely, the breath to move freely. And just be in this experience. Coming all the way back to center. Take the left fingertips, walk them out beside the left hip. Deep breath in, reach the right arm up and over. Maybe shift your head, keeping the eyes closed if that's okay, up towards the ceiling. Finding a slight rotation in that rib cage, breathe. Root that right hip bone down. Soften the left shoulder. Breathe into the right side of the neck. 2 more rounds. One more breath in. As you exhale, we'll change sides. Right fingertips coming down by the right hip. Inhale, left fingertips arch over. Shifting your head up towards the ceiling. Slight rotation in the rib cage. Root down to that left hip bone. Breathe. One more breath in. Exhale, allow the left fingertips to float down. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to start with some neck circles here. So beginning by dropping the chin towards the chest. Breathe into the back of the neck. Again, we're not forcing anything here. We're working with gravity. We're working with where our body is today. And we're working with our breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. So again, if this is purely physical for you, just working with those sensations. If this is emotional or mental or even spiritual for you, maybe just noticing as you breathe in, filling the body up with new prana, new life force, new energy. You feel energized, supported, and calm. And as you breathe out, just notice what comes along with it. Maybe you begin to feel the physical release. Maybe you start to feel emotional and mental releases. Again, no expectations, no judgment, no criticism. Just being present with what is. Taking the right ear over to the right shoulder. Nice and easy for this first round. We'll come back through again and add on. Allowing your body to ease into the practice, to ease into the breath. Again, we're not doing anything crazy here today. Just a nice, gentle movement with steady breath. Back to center. Pausing for a full round of breath in and out through the nose. And then taking left ear over to the left shoulder. So if your neck feels really tight, really sticky today, I'm going to invite you to just stay here and then maybe do a little movement. Maybe find some holds, but if you're going for a little deeper stretch, bringing the chin back towards the chest, take the fingertips, interlace them, and place them on the nape of the neck. We're not pulling here, just gentle pressure. Again, breathing nice and slow and steadily in and out through the nose. Maybe checking in to see if you can breathe any bit more deeply here. releasing the fingertips. We'll take that right ear back over to the right shoulder, maybe walking the left fingertips out by the left hip, and then maybe taking your right hand to the left side of your head. Again, don't pull here, just gentle pressure, breathe. And slowly release, bring it back into center, let everything neutralize. And then over to the left shoulder, maybe walking the right fingertips out. Maybe taking the left hand to the right side of the head. No pulling here, just gentle stretching, deep breaths. And release, bringing it all the way back to center. Just take a couple of rounds here. Maybe if it feels okay, take a couple of full rounds. And switch directions. All right, take a moment here, come back to center, sit up. If your eyes aren't already open, go ahead and gently flutter them open as we prepare to move on to all fours into tabletop position. So if you had a blanket underneath you or you rolled your mat up, go ahead and straighten it back out. We'll bring fingertips nice and wide, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we're just going to start with some full body circles here. So stretching the chest forward, moving around, bringing those wrists. Take about 3 rounds here. We'll change sides. Bring it back around. Keep the neck nice and loose here. Not trying to add any additional tension. Trying to let go of what we have. And coming all the way back into center. We're going to start moving through some gentle cat-cows here. So with your inhale, dropping your belly button down, start to send your chest forward, maybe gaze up. Be careful with that neck. Exhale, chin towards your chest, belly button towards your spine. So just play here. Again, if a little bit more movement feels good to the body, maybe close your eyes, let the breath and the body tell you where it needs to be. Otherwise, you can just move back and forth here with me. Take about 3 to 5 more rounds. Meet back into center. We're going to start to walk our hands forward just a smidgen. Take a deep breath and start to shift your weight forward and slowly lower down to the mat. Bringing those hands, fingertips spread nice and wide, right underneath the shoulders. Start to roll the shoulders back, squeeze those elbows towards one another. Press into the tops of the feet, lift the kneecaps, inhale, lift the chest, send it forward. And gently rock your head from side to side. And lower all the way down. Take those arms out, make goalpost arms. We're going to take a deep breath in, lift the upper body, start to squeeze the elbows back, and lower. We're going to do that 4 more times. Breathe, squeeze, reach it back, open the heart, and lower on your own. 2 more. Last one. And release. Reaching right arm out, shoulder height. Keep it nice and long. Take the left hand underneath the left shoulder and gently roll over onto that right shoulder, broken wing pose. Left knee bends, left foot behind the right knee. Relax the right forehead down to the mat. If it won't quite reach, you can take a little pillow, you can take a block, you can take a blanket. this is not quite enough, you can maybe reach that left arm around, maybe wrapping it down by the low back. And nice and slow back into center. And we'll change sides, reaching that left arm out. Roll all the way over onto the left shoulder, bending the right knee, right foot behind the left knee. Again, left side of the head down on the mat. Same modifications apply. Keep breathing. And coming back into center nice and slow. Taking both hands back underneath the shoulders, press it back into child's pose. Knees can be together or knees can be apart. Breathe. If the shoulders are icky here or the neck's icky here, then soften the elbows. We don't need to overreach, or you can even take them and reach them back towards the heels. We're going to take several breaths into the back side of the body in between the shoulder blades. If this is too much for your neck, maybe place your forehead on a blanket or a little pillow. Couple more breaths here. Slowly rise up and start to press it back towards your heels. Taking a deep breath in, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, take the fingertips back towards right at the tops of your shoulders, right below your neck. Maybe give yourself a little massage here. Squeeze the elbows together, open the chest. And then reaching the arms out to the side, we're going to take the right arm underneath the left for equal arms. Lifting those elbows, breathe into the back of the body. Reach it out, inhale. Exhale, change sides. Left arm underneath the right, lifting those elbows. Breathe. And reaching the arms out with an inhale. Taking those fingertips slightly behind you, roll the shoulders back, open the chest up towards the sky. If it's comfortable, maybe drop your head back. We'll take 5 deep breaths here. And one at a time, start to bring it forward, being careful with that neck. We're going to swing our legs around and reach the legs straight out in front. We're going to come into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Wrap those inner thighs in, releasing the flesh away from the seated bones. Pulling the belly button in, lift it up, reach the arms up overhead. Deep breath in, exhale, tilt and fold. Grabbing whatever is accessible to you. Remember, you can always bend those knees. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders as you breathe here. Bringing your chin to your chest, start to slowly roll it down to your back. Allowing everything to settle. And very gently begin to walk the heels up towards the hips. Maybe windshield wipering your knees from side to side, releasing that low back. To slowly drop the knees into the chest. Maybe wrapping your arms around your shins for just a moment. Continue to rock from side to side. Massage your low back down. Reaching your arms out at shoulder height. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, melt the knees over to the right. Shift your head over your left shoulder. Relaxing the shoulder blades into the mat. Keep everything soft. Maybe closing your eyes once again. Back to center with your next inhale. Exhale, slowly change your sides. Bringing it back into center. Slowly begin to release your feet back down to the mat. Take left hand to heart, right hand to belly. Start to walk your feet nice tiny steps, a little bit at a time, all the way out into your Shavasana. Taking a moment here. Allowing your left hand to feel your heartbeat. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Palms resting on what is your truth and what is your power. Breathing it in. And exhaling to release. When you are ready, you can allow the palms to reach out at either side, facing up in the receiving position. Shoulders tuck underneath the heart. Allow the body to melt. Completely release, relax. Give your body some time to restore, to replenish, to return home. Release your thoughts. Relax your breath. And be at peace. Staying here for as long as it serves you. And as always, from my heart to yours, namaste.